Oyo State held their election, their governorship election, that is August 15, 2026. And that election came with so many controversies. Even after the election, people were celebrating. Now I'm going to break down a lot of things that happened. Reasons why people are celebrating. In fact, so many wrong reasons, not even right reasons. And also breaking down some of the activities and why some of these things happened. Now, starting from first of all, remember in August 5th, EFCC freeze the Osun State account, citing that they were investigating alleged fraudulent handling of 11 billion and suspicion of movement of fund. On 6th, they said that President Bola Tinubu intervened as in ordering them to unfreeze their account, citing concern about the timing. What is the timing? Just 10 days before the election. That happened. You see? Then at the end of the election, Governor Ademola Adeleke won. But there's more to this election. But before that, I need to play the speech from Ademola Adeleke.
Our struggle from home and abroad, the support to all lovers of democracy. I thank you for supporting our struggle from home and abroad. The support is overwhelming. My faith in democracy is deepened. Most importantly, I thank the media for standing by me, by us. The constant coverage in support of democracy emboldened us. We are grateful. Osun State is on the march again. We shall expand development and widen the net of good government.
So now, this Governor Ademola Adeleke after the election. Like I said before, so many things happened from EFC's freezing of the state account to the unfreeze of the account. And also, even under this election, APC, they invested so much money in order to win this election, but at the end, it failed. Now, people go to ask, did the will of the people play out right now? Is it that the federal might is not at play anymore? No. Now, remember, before the election, Governor Ademola Adeleke did something. He endorsed President Bola Ahmed Tinubu earlier. You see, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu does not just need governors. He needs a state that can deliver to him. I remember under this APC, or under this leadership of Ademola Adeleke, at least based on that is in accord, he's supposed to be in favor with the opposition party, but instead, he favored APC, even when he knows say APC is not doing well. But he endorsed President Tinubu, and that is the only thing President Tinubu needed. President Tinubu not just need somebody, a governor that will be under APC, but a governor that can deliver for him the state. And that is what Ademola Adeleke has promised what? To deliver. Because that is endorsement. Endorsement is not just by man. Endorsement is telling the president that, look, I am delivering my state for you. And that is what? That is the promise. You remember I said, because they don't ask, they asked Ademola Adeleke if he had any agreement with the President Bola Ahmed. He said no, that there's no what agreement. Yes, there might not be what that written agreement, but for you to come say you have endorsed him, he what automatically knows what comes with endorsement. The only thing there, yeah, are you truly endorsing me? That's the question that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu will ask me. He said yes. Do you truly know what comes with endorsement? I say yes, I know. To make sure, say yes, I gather people for you, and that is it. That is what happened. Now people are celebrating that the will of the people, yes, the will of the people play, because we all know in Nigeria, in a normal day, if election is conducted in Nigeria, APC will lose. Majority of these states occupied by APC, they will all lose, all of these governors. If a free and fair election is held today, I don't think even President Bola Ahmed Tinubu will retain his position as the president of Nigeria. But aside from these issues, now there's some other issues that happen about this federal might that keep on playing out. When I remember this issue of PFIPC, this Presidential Foreign Intervention Promotion Council under what Adeneyi Matthew, They said that the man is a fictitious and fake agency. They said that because that, do you remember that organization came from whereby where they said it's a set of agency from backyard without the what without President Bola Ahmed Tinubu being aware. Because I myself know that PFIPC, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu might not be aware. Where we go from understand that it's what played out under this election. EFCC was freezed or should state account, not from President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Some of the illegal activities where we say take over is later people begin to find out that some of the things that happened, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu wasn't aware. By the time we end up that way, he began to shut down all those activities. That is about connecting to how some of the activities has been playing out under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. That aside, now going back to why APC, in fact APC where we say the federal might not play, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu knows to pursue in order to what win Osun State by all means. Remember what happened with when President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the Christian Bishop, Catholic Bishop Association of Nigeria, website they held a meeting. That meeting ended with so many controversies because the Catholic Bishops of Catholic Bishop Association of Nigeria, what did be those things website they confronted President Bola Ahmed Tinubu with? They confronted President Bola Ahmed Tinubu about the issues related to what the poor economic situation of Nigeria, how people are suffering in Nigeria. They confronted President Bola Ahmed, and President Bola Ahmed Tinubu made one of the worst statements any governor can make. Now they confronted him about election integrity. He said that anything can play in election. That is mean anything you can do whatever it is just to make sure you win election. And the bishops were not okay with that statement. To the extent where they say Bishop Onayenke of that's Archbishop of Abuja came out to the television and criticized him. Hey, President, why will you make such a statement? The bishop came to you, pleaded with you to make sure that INEC is independent. He said that in election that anything can go. And they were not so happy. You also told you that look, the economy is not doing well. You told the Bishop Association of Nigeria that the economy was okay. And they also told you that look, they have congregation. Is hereby declared they have the people. The bishops are telling you that look, people are not okay, people are not feeling okay in Nigeria, that people are suffering. But you as the president of Nigeria, you came to tell them that everything is okay. And the bishops, in fact, the Nigerians were not happy hearing that.
How do you?
From a President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. They also complained to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu that the way Nigeria is going right now, that Nigeria is going to one-party state. Seeing all of these things, do you think with all of this public controversy, because all of these controversies were not in the hidden, they were all in the open, and you expect APC to go ahead and win Osun State? No. As any person with brain, any person who say something there is brain, we understand that, look, that if APC wanted to take Osun State, they would have taken it. But because all this public, outburst about Nigeria going to one-party state, these Catholic bishops with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and all members from his administration coming out to lash, and PFIPC, so on and so, they decided to lie low and let Osun slide. Because, like I said before, all they needed is not just to win Osun State. All that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu needed is what, even though it's not APC governor, it's not Osun State. All he needs somebody that will deliver Osun State to him, and that is what Ademola Adeleke has given to him earlier, even before the election. In Anambra State, it's under APOGA, but APOGA have already endorsed the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. That's to tell you that almost the whole state, Abia State right now, Abia State, they have been trying to confront Abia State governor. Where is your stand? But the way it's going right now, Abia State is also going for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. That's to tell you that almost the whole state in Nigeria is under what? The APC, indirectly. So people were jubilating the will of the people, yes or no matter. That is the will of the people played. It's not because these people they are weak, but because they are much at stake and because they have already gotten what they needed. That is endorsement, support of Ademola Adeleke to make sure that it delivers Osun State for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And in return, they allow election to go free and fair. It's not because so anybody where they Nigeria where they celebrate say, yeah, democracy has played. You can see the will of the people. Be careful, be warned. Just be careful as you are celebrating. Celebrate with one eye closed and one eye open. They did. You can see Nyesom Wiki. This is a statement from Nyesom Wiki. I need to play it for you to what? For you to understand how all of this in place in Nigeria. Pay attention. This one Nyesom Wiki said, if the what? If the president had wanted to win the Osun State election at all costs, I would have been involved, and I would have been there, and Governor Adeleke would have known that it would have been what? Different. Let me play for you to what? Hear fully from what? Nyesom Wiki, and it's not lying. That is the what? The reality.
I don't know the effort made by federal government, but I do know that parties in the election will make efforts to win election. There's nothing wrong in that. But federal government are part of the federal government. And I'm sure that if the president wanted to win or should at all cost, I would be involved. And I would have been there. And the governor would have known that it would have been different. Election is not won one day. Election is not one day. Election is a process. You can't just
Now you can
get
see
up
the
in the morning
statement.
to go and win a...
Now you don't see this statement from Nyesom Wiki, and that is a fact in Nigeria. It is a fact. We know, say, look, every young Nigerian we done the follow things in Nigeria, not just Nigeria, but the whole Africa, will know, say, yes. We will not take this Osun State to say that, yes, democracy what have been fully being restored in Nigeria. No, not at all. We will not take this Osun State. Whoever that love this country called Nigeria, we know that Osun State is not as in the kind of election they grant. In fact, Osun State, this election held in Osun State is similar to what happened in Anambra State under Apuga. Because we know that, yes, Apuga is an agreement between federal government and what? And the Anambra State to make sure that Apuga continue to rule Anambra State and for peace to reign. Almost the same game they're playing out right now in Osun State, just to make sure that, yeah, they will not say that APC have taken over the whole state. That means Nigeria now, right now, is one party state. They just have to what? Allow Osun State to go. So Nigerians should not count with this as, yes, democracy has been fully restored. But instead, keep on praying and citing, hoping for what? 2027 election, that the Nigerians will come out full force, and after voting, real democracy will be at play. But instead, this Osun State own, no. Can never what? Use it to know that democracy has been restored. And please, if this is the first time coming across my platform, hit that subscribe button, like, comment, and share like always.